2026 Olympic champion in the team figure skating competition, American figure skater Ilya Malinin, spoke about his feelings for his compatriot Maxim Naumov, who lost his parents in a plane crash in 2025. After performing his short program at the 2026 Olympic Games, the skater weighted his scores with a photo of his parents. "I'm proud of his strength, his courage, everything he has. I'm deeply touched. I can't imagine myself in his place, but I'm happy for him that he went out and did everything he could. He's always been a fighter. I've known that since childhood, when we were skating. I'm very happy for him," Malinin told reporters at the press conference. Maxim Naumov placed 14th in the short program at the 2026 Olympic Games and qualified for the free skate in the singles figure skating competition. Other skaters could still overtake Malinin, Trusova admits. "It was an amazing competition. The boys skated truly exceptional short programs. They could still overtake Malinin. The boys are exceptional." Of course, many people mentioned Xiaohim Fa. Who else? Kageyama is also a nice guy. He has a very high level of skill, just like our Petya, Trusova said. "My heart stops." Trusova fears for Trusova's health at the show. "Sasha was heavy. Today, he not only wobbled, but also walked unevenly. Vanya, you need to practice more. Because when you take her on a lift, my heart stops. Because a lift can have a disastrous outcome," Trusova said. Trusova expressed bewilderment at Tarasova's comment. "I don't even know how I could surprise Tatyana Anatolievna. I'm a single skater, Vanya's an actor, and today we did a throw that was from pair skating," said the 2022 Beijing vice champion. "We're working on a lot, it's all a work in progress," Zhvakin added. "I'd like a little leniency, I guess. I don't know if my skating level will improve in such a short time, but I'll try my best." Earlier, Trusova announced her return to professional sport and would train under Terry Tupperds. The figure skater gave birth to her first child in the summer of 2025. Petya's less-than-perfect performance has sparked controversy. Petr Gumennik, a neutral, set off to conquer the Milan Olympics, and his first performance wasn't perfect, but it was still functional. After making a small mistake on a quad flip, which forced him to double the toe loop in his combination, the skater continued without errors. However, low scores for components prevented him from rising above 12th place. Petr has the leeway to attack, as he's declaring 5 quadruple jumps in his free skate. While Gumennik prepares for the second round, everyone is discussing his first appearance at the biggest competition of the 4-year period. Heated debates have erupted abroad regarding the Russian skater's scores, the quality of his jumps, and his new short program. Some foreign fans are furious about Gumennik's debut. "What did Petr do wrong? Your mark on the Olympic Games is doping and disgraceful behavior." The Azerbaijani judges odd scores in the men's short program at the Milan Olympics. He previously judged competitions in Ukraine. He placed Russia's Gumennik in 4th place. He's currently 12th, Egid's in 5th, 15th, Shadarov in 10th, 5th, and Gogolev in 16th, 10th. Incidentally, Ukraine's Marsak is 1 place higher than the Russian, Canadian journalist Beverly Smith commented, and many echoed her sentiments. The difference in scores between the Azerbaijani and Italian judges in Gumennik's scorecard is 14.5 points. That's a whole damn 4 plus 3 cascade? The way Petr Gumennik's coach looked at his results with disdain simply drove me crazy. Such impudence. You were absent for an entire 4-year period. The mark your federation left at the last Olympics is doping and disgraceful behavior. You returned only with severe restrictions and cannot compete under your own flag. Your skater skates first and is exhausted within 90 seconds. Petr's scores are idiotic, like giving him a 96. The jumps were the first to be criticized, questioning their cleanliness. No under rotations? Seriously? I need to review the replays, but these jumps look like real-time cheating. How can he get away with this? Especially the Lutz. At first, I thought the flip was suspicious, but the replay showed the landing was clean. I don't know about the Lutz. I need to review it, but it doesn't look very good. Some thought the 86.72 points were too high, others thought the opposite, and only a few tried to figure out what was going on. I'm rewatching what I missed, and, Gumennik's program doesn't make sense. I would remove all the choreography related to the smells. It's bad. The new music is terribly boring and doesn't give him a chance. The low PCS score here is, in fact, deserved. Gumennik's choreography is incredibly weak and completely unsuited to this melody, which is half Corsiali and half video game soundtrack. I haven't seen Petr Gumennik skate very often, but I've decided that his skating doesn't impress me at all. The program he spent 3 days preparing is more enjoyable. Nevertheless, there were fans who appreciated the performance of the young man from St. Petersburg and praised him for his quick recovery after the copyright issues with his music. Gumennik's program, which he spent 3 days preparing, is more enjoyable than the performances of half the men's competitors. I'm so proud of Petr Gumennik. He missed the 4+3 combination, but he landed all the jumps cleanly. He had to change the music less than a week ago, but he still put on a great performance. Gumennik achieved success despite only having a week to work with the music. Congratulations to Petr. Of course, he's capable of scoring higher, but considering the tough conditions he found himself in, everything is fine. Not all international figure skating fans were against our guy, many supported him. For me, if anyone in the group of skaters with 85-90 points can make a comeback, it's Gumennik and Shun, Sato, Adam, Xiang Fa performs flawlessly. Even if those behind him are close, they won't be able to overtake him. Grassl can do it, Xiang can do it, Daniel, Sato Ed. Gumennik, it all depends on the situation. Yuma, Kajiyama Ed, hasn't had a single completely clean-free program since the beginning of the season. Even on the most sensitive controversial issues. The fact that they showed him but didn't even report his scores on the broadcast, regardless of who he is or where he's from, is simply outrageous. That's the way things are being covered. Russian athlete Petr Gumennik was called in for a doping test at 7 in the morning. Do you really think you'll dope now, after all this? Two-time world champion and multiple European champion in single skating, Russian figure skater Irina Slitskaya. I'm glad Petr was able to pull himself together. He himself says the mood is friendly, everyone is chatting and exchanging pins. That's the spirit of the Olympics. But when you're on the line, you perceive everything completely differently. It's great that all the situations didn't throw him off. Gumennik is a strong boy. He pulled himself together and skated well. Yes, there were some rough spots, but it's nothing compared to what came before. We could have gotten more points, but the fact that we are not on the international stage played against us. We are not seen or known. Plus, the first warm-up, I can't say we got a lot of points. It's interesting that some people gave him pluses for the first combination, others minuses. Even the judges seem to be inconsistent. Although a small mistake shouldn't have resulted in a -2, and in some cases, even a -3. We're expecting a great free skate from Petya. We have nothing to lose. The most important thing is to show that we are capable, we are skilled, and we are no weaker than anyone else, Slitskaya said.